Okay, this video does contain spoilers. The video ends with the final cinematic of this particular tall tale, so if you don't want to see that and save it for yourself, at the end of the video, just click away. Now, these new riddles are trickier than the riddles we're used to. You can activate this quest at any mysterious stranger in any tavern in the game. And after doing so, you will receive a book. In this book, the most significant pages are the one I'm looking at right now, pages 7 and 8. There's a picture right there. You can see crooked masts and Crook's Hollow. And they call out an uncharted island, or isle. That uncharted isle that you are looking for is located at N13, Nancy 13 on the map. I do believe I will go take a look at the map at some point during this, in case you're looking for the exact spot or exact location. There it is. Now what you're after here is the ship log. It can be found down in the shipwreck below N13. Now I'm sure this is pretty obvious, but anytime pages are added to your story, you're going to end up having to go back to your book. And you're basically on the next step of the quest. Now N13, I believe everyone's mission, you will have to go to N13, so there's definitely some griefing going on one of my playthroughs. I had to deal with these people. You try and be nice. I'm sure there's a ton of friendly pirates out there, but not these guys. So, if there is a place that you need to, I guess, prepare to be griefed at, it will be at this N13 Uncharted Island. Now, I probably didn't have to include this in the video. You can skip ahead if you don't want to see me destroy these wannabe pirates. But so I got out of there, and this was my third playthrough of the mission because I was trying to get a few different variations of it to help you guys. And yeah, I'm getting trolled. That's fine. I fixed my boat, came back. I'm sure anybody who's seen any of my videos before, you guys know how this ends. But you hate to see it. You hate to see it, you know. People are trying to, you know, have a little fun with the new content. I mean, I'm sure they were trying to go to N13 as well. But I wasn't gonna bother them. They shot me first, and well, I'm just gonna let you guys watch the rest. I hope you get a good laugh out of this. Okay, now where were we? Now I did say the word griefing earlier, and before you hit me with the good old being a pirate isn't griefing. Yeah, I know. I know, guys. But, I'm sure you get what I mean by that. Anyways, the next step of your quest. These 6 sentences tell a story. Step by step, starting with the one in the upper left, which is Plunder Valley. Just plot your course. It seems confusing at first, but there's Plunder Valley. You'll have to go back and actually, if you want to pause on that story, but that's what the story said. Here is another variation of the story. They were on the south side of Thieves Haven. In the upper right, it says rounding a fortified island. Anytime it says rounding, that means that they swung around the island. They rounded it. They threw the chest overboard northeast of a shallow island. We're headed to Cutlass Cay. They rounded Crow's Nest, went to Cutlass Cay. These can seem confusing, but don't overthink it. It's usually what you thought it was. Here is a third variation. And then we can move on from this. They were at Discovery Ridge. They headed southeast. I probably didn't have to do all this, but this is just in case anybody's having a rough time with this particular part of the mission. I hope this helps. It says they ended up at a chain of islands, which is Snake Island. Now, regardless of what's your final destination, which version of the story you have, I don't know how many variations there are. I showed you 3 of them. But they call out which side of the island that the chest is located on. And it's pretty consistent. The chest that you're after will have a glint or a shine to it. I get underwater, take a look, there it is. Now inside this chest, there are 2 things. More pages for your quest, and this relic, or totem. Leave the totem in there for now. This is the next clue. That island on that left page, depending on how familiar you are with the game, that's Crook's Hollow. You can see Now, I don't know what all that other stuff around it is, but either way, maybe that's the surrounding islands. But when you get to Crook's Hollow, you come into the open area cave. You want to put that totem that you found in that little pedestal right there. And this door will open. Now, this page on the right is the clues for the puzzle. And to activate this puzzle, you need to light all 4 of these lanterns. And the room will begin to fill with water. It doesn't fill that fast, but you want to do the top row first. After you enter the first code, you're on the second row. Boat, 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 Shroudbreaker. Your code may be the same, may be different. That I don't know. I'm sure you guys are understanding though. After you're done with the third code, press the button a third time and a picture will appear, telling you a dig location on this island, on the island that you are on. That happens to be right here. That dig location provides you 1 medallion. There are 3 medallion slots. Place it. One of these days we'll place it. There we go. Now the photo, or the picture in the pool of water will change. Now we have a new location. This location is underneath the waterfall right outside the cave. I wasn't sure of that, it looks like, but it is. And after placing the second medallion, you'll get your final clue. And you see the tiki statue behind there. That is up top. In the event that your quest doesn't take place on Crook's Hollow, it's going to play out the exact same way. All the medallions are on the island. I'm going to let this play out just so you can see where that tiki is in case you don't know. Now you want to head back to the vault, preferably not with a broken leg. Upon placing the third medallion, this door will open. And you're good to go. Now after you grab this, skeletons will spawn, and they may infinitely spawn, so you just gotta leave. I don't think they stop spawning. And what you want to do with this final part is to take this totem, there it says right there, return to mysterious stranger at any outpost. And you're done. That's stage 1. If you do not want to see the final cutscene, leave now. Because the lore of these stories are actually pretty interesting, so feel free to enjoy it for yourself.
Great Ramsey's ghost. I heard all the stories, but to actually hold the Shroudbreaker in my hands, I never thought I'd see the day. Something's wrong. There should be 4 jewels set in the base that grant the Shroudbreaker its power, but they've been removed. Without them, you won't last 5 minutes in that fog. Now let me think. I did hear tell that Captain Briggsy made it to the shores of gold. If that's true, she might know the whereabouts of these missing stones. Not that she'd ever say. Sometimes, even the best pirates fall victim to their greed or hatred, and it changes them, strips the flesh from their bones, gives them power, but twists them up inside. Briggsy is one such abomination. People call them skeleton lords, but most pirates rightly so, but you are going to have to hunt one down. I have eyes and ears across the Sea of Thieves. If you gather any of the missing pieces, I'll see they're restored to the Shroudbreaker on your behalf. For now, head to Plunder Outpost and speak with Madame Olivia about Briggsy's whereabouts. Remember, skeleton lords are not to be taken lightly.